эпилепсия. Что-то не быстро пропустили. Мне нравится мне лицо у главного героя. Какая-то крыса. Ну, мышь, блядь. Ну, крыса, серьезно. Крыса-мышь. Устойчивость и слабость.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen.
Вот.
Nothing. Not a sound.
А я сам себя спасу.
No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
Наркотики?
You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
В
Von
жопе.
Borchert,
У тебя.
you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into.
А во что мы ввязались?
Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise
Ты
you
просвети
that.
нас? Ой.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Она на что-то намекнула.
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready.
Так, на что же она намекнула?
With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours.
4 hours.
You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
Я управляю?
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so.
Ну да. Я
For the
просто
last
мучил его до
time.
смерти.
Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Хорошо.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Стреляй, блядь. Хуя, он его
Well
ебанул
done,
креслом,
Louis.
что ли?
You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Кого ищем?
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Все приключения
Mother,
на те достаются.
You're no spring chicken anymore.
Да.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchert.
И все? Ничего не сделаете ему? Не знаю, я его привязал и... Ну ладно. съебались, что дальше? Спустя месяц. 93-й год. В каком году этот Наполеон пришел к власти? Когда там первая революция случилась? Французская? Я не помню. Я в датах не силен. В русском интерактив французе представляют.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchart's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Ну, неплохой такой замок. Эпизод 2. The Mad Ones. The Mad Ones.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep
Ой,
my
я не так
reasons for
хотел
coming here
высказаться.
to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Ой, блядь,
Believe what
представляете
you
себе.
will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be
Не
the
тот
judge
ответ,
of that,
который хотел
Cardinal.
сказать.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting
Что
foot
за
on this
акцент?
island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer
А что,
prepares for his
неплохо?
guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some
Это
interest.
открытая спина,
Here,
я не помню.
everything is possible if you make the right choices.
начале стоишь.
It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if
Duchess?
all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Что происходит с тобой?
Are
Может-
you alright?
Что такое? Я надеюсь, ты не наркоман? Что тут все это? Иисус, пиздец. Что происходит? Учитель спит, придите в себя.
Mother? Oh shit,
Whoa.
your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No.
Ты кто такой?
No. You can run if you want to, Sarah.
Замочили.
You will pay.
Ёб твою мать. Учитель Сплинтер, что с вами?
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on?
Блять, у него глаза зеленые, конечно, пиздец.
Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Be happy.
It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Главный
Yes.
мужчина.
I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Я бы не
Fine.
отказался, если такая девушка за мной приглядывала. Пока у меня кровь из носа хлещет, блядь.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Yes, of course.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Что за сенса дикая, конечно, блядь. Простите мне мой французский.
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Что за письма? Я хочу посмотреть, что за письма. Не, ну сенса, конечно, дичайшая. О, вот это уже лучше. Так, а что у нас есть? Какие кнопки можно нажимать? Поднимитесь в особняк. А спецзрение есть? Какое-нибудь? Не, конечно, управление полные дауны делали, простите меня. Но это управление, оно наидичайшее. Что-то из ряда вон плохо сделано. Просто какое-то извращение над геймплеем. Я согласен. Сюжет
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ух ты! Так, подали все водички. Итак, ну вообще, если бы это было бы в реальной жизни, дипломат очень полезный класс, но у меня и так язык неплохо подвешен, как по мне, и я могу любого разговорить. Детектив, в логике мне не откажешь, а вот оккультист, типа детектив это не приобретаемые знания. Он замечает мельчайшие детали в окружающей обстановке, типа поведения собеседников. На пути к цели действует решительно и прямолинейно. Мне это не нравится. По сути, дипломат, если будут какие-нибудь варианты разговора, мы сами можем так разговорить человека, простите. Детектив, мы сами можем догадаться до чего-то, а вот оккультист это все-таки чистые знания. Да похуй. Я дипломат, блядь. Науки, медицины. Слушай, оккультист очень полезная херня. Здесь чисто вот все знания. Знания, 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 умения. Манипулирование. Что такое? Ловкость. Логика. Допрос. Вот это интересно. Типа сейчас мне нужно выбрать 3 очка. Израсходовать 3 очка и выбрать 3 навыка, блядь. Каким прошлым поступком? Не знаю, может оккультиста все-таки взять. Ладно, похер. Так. Вот это хочу. Подожди. Уровень 0. Уровень 1. А, они сразу прокачаны, типа? Я понял, 4 очка до уровня 2. Ну, в принципе, логично, логично. И, типа, я могу взять манипулирование или психологию. Ладно, похер. Хотя, подожди. Если возьму оккультиста. Лучше дипломат тогда. Да, вот так вот сделаю. Все. Подтверждаю. Я дипломат.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away. Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Ой,
Fine,
конечно,
Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Не помню. А зачем?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for
Ну,
me.
может, у тебя тогда
I
не
imagine
такие
that
были
with your
большие
beauty,
глаза,
madam,
чтоб тебя запомнить.
it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to
Не
the
кажется ли он
manor.
пялится на все время на протяжении всего диалога он пялился на ее сиськи.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me? Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're
Ясно,
connected to my
короче,
mother
она...
one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Так. Она довольно неплохо разбирается в построении диалога. Ну ладно, должен признать, он все-таки с некоторых ракурсов довольно неплохое лицо, но это все-таки учитель Сплинтера. Что? Ой, блядь. До 3 навыки этикет убеждения духа. Карта, журнал. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 персонажей в общем. Ну-ка давай-ка посмотрим, что там мать. Сара Фустина де Рише, самостоятельная французская аристократка. 34 года назад Сара возглавила одно из самых влиятельных тайных обществ – Золотой Орден. Сильная воля и железный характер помогли ей попасть в высший свет. После этого Ордену стало известно обо всем – торговых сделках, государственных тайнах, паранормальных явлениях. Сара добилась того, что влияние Ордена распространилось на Америку, Европу и Центральную Африку. Кроме того, она основала оккультный кружок внутри Ордена. Сара намеревалась передать дела своему сыну Луи и готовила его к этому с раннего детства. То есть еще ранее... 34 года назад. Так она основала Орден. Или нет, она возглавила Золотой Орден. Что-то знакомое, но не могу вспомнить. Приближенная королева Англии. Устойчивость логика. Подожди. Неизвестная. Устойчивость логика. Она к логике устойчива. То есть она, когда ты ей задаешь логичные вопросы, она увиливает. Понятно. Может быть, она неустойчива к стрессу какому-нибудь. Так, давай про Луи почитаем. Как знаток оккультизма. Значит, ну, я был прав, нужно было брать оккультиста. Пьяджи Джузеппе. Кардиналом Инпекторе. Ясно. Предметы и законы галантности. Пьеса, которая на первый взгляд может показаться тривиальной, однако действующей в действительности, знакомящаяся с этикетом высшего. Что? Уклонение. Мед, золотой эликсир, кстательные эффекты. Собеседников. Месье де Рише, пишу вам, дабы сообщить о непростой ситуации, в которой я оказался. Полагаю, вы в курсе, что около месяца назад я пригласил вашу мать, Сару де Рише, на свой остров, чтобы обсудить будущее вашего ордена. Она гостила меня до вчерашнего дня, а затем неожиданно пропала. Не хочу вас пугать, но мне пригодилась бы ваша помощь в поисках. Прошу вас приплыть на мой остров как можно скорее. Позвольте выразить вам свое глубочайшее уважение. Искренне ваш, лорд Уильям Мортимер, маркиз Уэстфордшир. Ясно. Подожди, что это такое было сейчас? Что это такое?
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Надо бы не сказал.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Серьезно? Ты чего, угораешь? Ты на серьезных щах можешь жрать мед ложками? Наркоман, что ли?
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis
Я
Moras
вообще
de
не хотел
Riche.
к тебе
Monsieur
подходить.
de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as
Я не
quickly as
спрашиваю.
possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the
недели.
staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island
Прячется? Почему она
and
прячется?
regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior
Ну
necessary.
пусть
What do you
прячется,
mean?
оставьте их в
On
покое.
several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only
Напрягается
lights were
он.
seen by servants of the
Постоянно
manor, sir.
смотрит вниз.
And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have
Фиксировали свои
noticed
это же
anything
по-идиотски
at all.
выглядит.
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Отдай мне платок.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Здесь для всех 3 классов, короче, сделали. Типа, можно так, а можно вот так.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Но это все-таки слуга. Он и должен был так поступить.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think.
Кстати, это вроде настоящий слуга. То, что он так сразу взвиснул.
doing out here on this wharf?
Слуги. Слабость убеждения. Ну, двигайся. Открыть ворота, конечно.
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
А. Значит, нужно что-то найти. Что все-таки? Мед. Еще один мед. А это доска, да?
Wooden floorboard.
Деревянная доска. А. Неплохо.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Вообще, да. Что здесь делает сломанная доска? Во-первых, слуги же обшаривали причал. Почему ее пропустили?
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard.
Там
It's
что-то
different
лежит.
from the rest. Shit! It's not coming up.
Да, блядь.
I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
И чем же подцепить? Нужно какой-то ломик найти.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Хотя, конечно, багажа. Еще и бочка с чем-то.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Пушечный порох. Взять пруд,
This
конечно.
might just come in handy. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Ладно, будем терпеть отвратительное управление ради сюжета.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The
Мамкины.
Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother? Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries,
Ключ.
a small key, and
Ключ,
some kind of black powder.
А ведь, кстати, посмотреть.
Right,
Да
that's
блядь,
enough.
нет!
I think I better leave her bag here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. For crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother?
Так, рассмотреть
The
путь.
bottom of the bag is covered in black powder.
В ней вроде вымазана была эта палка черная.
Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. What
Пуховка.
does all this mean?
Да, что такое пуховка?
Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Так, что за
An iron
ключ?
key completely rusted.
Взять ключ.
You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Надеюсь. Ну все.
Right, that's enough. I think I better leave her bag here. If she hid all this, it's
Еду
because
я
she
и
thought she
оставил.
might need it later.
Ключик мне самому нужен. Так, задействуем крут. А, еще?
There we are.
Ты что, прикалываешься, серьезно? Интересно.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Да, мне тоже интересно.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Так, ну-ка,
Uh-huh. What have we here?
порох,
It's cannon powder.
порох.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the
Походу,
person who left
наша
this barrel like this
матушка
had in mind, but it's a waste.
сломала бочку, забрала порох.
Someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves.
Да-да-да,
I really
вот,
must find you, dear
пистолет.
mother, and quickly too.
Она же сломала бочку, забрала оттуда порох. Прикольно.
Amber crystals.
Все, я все посмотрел здесь. Ну ладно, пошли. Что за книгу я поднял? Я понял. Типа дополнительное очко. Так я все уже нашел вроде, или нет? Да, ладно.
Latin inscription.
А я знаю.
Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus vergatur.
Перевести.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Мортимер. Устойчив. Убеждение. Господи, да, пожалуйста, давай ты тоже не будешь лагать. Не грузиться. У меня есть 3 меда. 3 горшочка с медом. Как же, наверное,
How
было
did
сложно
Mortimer
построить
manage to
этот
build this
замок.
manor at the top
Вот
of a
именно,
rocky
на голой
outcrop?
скале. Что может быть, это из-за того, что это все-таки... Хера себе, толстые, вы видели?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci,
Yes.
aren't you?
It's me.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope,
Отдай мне, я передам.
but I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Так, в ходе разговора вам необходимо определять несколько этапов и завоевать доверие собеседника. Исход противостояния оказывает непосредственное влияние на развитие сюжета, поэтому не забывайте пользоваться навыками.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Mother passed her passion for art to me. Ancient art. Very ancient.
I didn't know your mother was an art lover.
Mainly pre-Christian objects, which are believed to have unique properties.
Well, how interesting. Now that you mention it, I can indeed imagine Sarah getting interested.
О, хорошо.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate.
Сомневается дед.
Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor.
Ah, I would expect nothing less.
Ха,
Listen to me,
хорош.
child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on, it's the value of a promise made by a de Richet. Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a de Richet always keeps their word.
Чертяка.
You can be sure of that.
Как
Thank you, my
забивает.
son. It is most reassuring.
А сам не сказал,
You're
что
welcome.
поклянется.
Especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Вот именно, ты лишь показал,
Listen, let's
что
stop there.
слово твердо.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Lynch. ship. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name.
Ну я не обещал, что я
Here.
не прочитаю.
The letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her. That time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Да, позже. Где он? Может, стоит почитать его у себя в комнате. Хорошо. Подожди, а... Так, я съел? Так.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
А что я получил? Так. Карта, навыки, первый уровень. Получил какое-то продвижение, да? Я понял. Будем развивать все понемногу. Будем дилетантами.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Эдип. Прикольно.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss. Saturn devouring his son. Good God.
А, Сатурн.
Everything in this
Это
painting
же
is
этот.
disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Как его звали-то? Сатурн. Забыл. Отец Зевса, который жрал своих сыновей, потому что предсказали, что Зевс его ёбнет.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down out of humility.
А, чтобы
Surprising for
не
an
быть...
entrance hall.
Он попросился распять вверх ногами, чтобы не быть похожим на Иисуса. Типа, сказать, не осквернять священный образ.
Crucifixion of St.
Петр,
Peter.
да?
He was crucified upside down out of humility.
Хотя,
Surprising for an entrance hall.
можно вполне так еретически сказать, что он пытался выебнуться. Но священнослужители тебя ёбнут за такое. Подожди. Христианство, греческое, херотень, Эдип. Тоже греческое? Христианское. А, христианское, греческое, христианское. Интересно. А что это такое?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a
Ah,
taste
я
for
понял.
staging rooms.
От Нептуна или Зевс? Хер поймешь, вроде Зевс.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Девятый. Да блять.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for
Ну, конечно,
ages.
отглядит спиной-то.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Мы не сошлись во мнениях.
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits,
А ты любопытен,
unmentionable
да?
secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests,
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother.
Они
For
не
what
знают, что она
reason,
пропала?
exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Слюни сначала вытри.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit! That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has
Страшный
delayed our
пиздец.
host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
Помню необычный
We'll have
акцент,
to be
я не-
careful not to make too much noise, one of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the
Хотел со
fireside.
мной поговорить, да?
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in
Пизду
my
его, я
vision.
хочу с Вашингтоном поговорить.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of
А я
the
думал,
order in
здесь
the
все
United
собрались из
States.
Золотого Ордена.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You
Хотя,
did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to
объясняет.
ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
если лорд Мортимер не состоит в Золотом Ордене, или его друг не состоит в Золотом Ордене, то кто-то из них, наверное, наниматель этого мужика, который пытал нас. И мать приехала сюда, чтобы расследовать это.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you
Удобно
find
иметь своего
Sarah.
человека
Mr.
на
Washington,
посту президента.
you seem to be very
страны.
familiar with my mother.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? So, my mother was with... during the American Revolution. Did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
The role given to women in your war was a great step forward.
Louis, I'm impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
Кстати, странно, что мы, русские, говорим Жанна Дарк. Выговаривать «Д» в полной мере, и получается какая-то Жанна Тьма. Это довольно интересно. Я ни разу не встречал человека, который говорил Жанна Арк. Ну, наверное, это правильно он говорит. И в английском, и во французском акценте правильно говорить, наверное, Жанна Арк. Да он вообще почти не выговорил. Я не услышал практически. Ладно, это мелочь.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As
Ситуация
for
вокруг
me,
английской короны.
Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Что, уже
Careful,
пожрали?
they're coming back.
Так они не состоят в Ордене. И это кто такая?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Да, ее...
So, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Ему не
Just
понравилось.
mentioning Elizabeth totally
Да-да-да,
changed
ему не
Washington's
понравилась
attitude.
Элизабет.
Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Я что-то дохуя всего проебал, мне кажется. Детектив здесь разгулялся бы вовсю.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
А я хочу к этой...
Well,
герцогине.
my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
А вы пойдете ко
Louis,
мне?
I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day.
Куда она
Right.
там ушла?
Where is my room?
Вот это моя комната. Блять. Как пишется? Дочис. Дочис. Никогда не слышал герцогини на английском языке. Слово герцогини на английском языке никогда не слышал. Там бежим. Монсеньор Наполеон Бонапарте? Впустите меня! Я хочу с ним поговорить. Ёп, то есть он был Наполеон? Кто? Монсеньор Жасквес Перу. Я не знаю, кто это. Я, может, неправильно прочитал?
The Quorum Guide.
Какой огромный дом. Что, серьезно? Я могу бежать и бежать? Ну-ка, а что там наверху? А, здесь по кругу все устроено. Монсеньор. Кто? Йохан фон Волнер. Фон Вольтер. Фон Вольха. Тоже не знаю, кто это такой. Ох, интересная игра. Вообще напоминает мне мой сон. Честно говоря, все по-другому было. Кто? Джорджес... Джорджес Вашингтон. Джордж Вашингтон. Ох, раскулач. Все добро уйдет к рабочим. Сан. Именец. Ле кардинал Пижи. Пиаджи. Луис де Рихет. Ричард. Это моя комната, короче, да? Да. Больше ничего здесь нет? Дак. Дюк. Какой дак? Так, подожди, Дюк, блядь. Годей? Мануэль Годей? Дюк Мануэль Годей? Так, ладно, не знаю. Хрена так-то огромный замок. Вы посмотрите, сколько комнат, как все обставлено. Это же сколько денег потрачено. Это пиздец. У меня аж выступает, блядь, православная, нахуй, вот, советская, блядь.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
А как он узнает, что я открыл его, скажи мне? Не задев печать. Сложность 3, хитрость. То есть я должен был вложиться во всю хитрость. Ну, во-первых, если бы это было бы в реале, как бы он догадался, что я открыл письмо? Типа, он бы на следующий день попросил бы меня вернуть ему письмо? Блять, я бы хотел открыть, но в таких играх доверие людей нельзя терять. В дальнейшем они могут не дать тебе довольно-таки существенную улику или какое-то другое письмо, что-то другую вещь. Вообще не будет доверять. Это же такая игра, ты здесь совершишь одну ошибку, все, пиздец, ты сослан нахер в отряд подлецов до конца этой ебучей игры. Пойду налью себе воды и подумаю. Так, я подумал. Он сказал, что там 15 имен людей, которые хотят спастись из Франции. Я склонен ему верить. Зачем деду обманывать меня? Хотя, с другой стороны, он мог... Блядь, не знаю. Ладно, в пизду, давай.
Okay, let's see what he
Один раз
contains.
живем.
Too bad for Piaggi. So, it really is a list of French
Блядь.
countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying. But now it's opened. I better get it to Mother soon.
О, господи, там что, все
Wow.
картины собрали?
Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Найс рум. Камин. Ёб твою мать, опять жрет кого-то. Опять Сатурн? Как же его звали? Кронос. Кронос вроде.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Фу, бля. Он же кто он? Он Титан или первородная сила? Титана вроде есть первородная сила, не помню.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, like Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Это подлинник?
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
А это этого убивают, как его? Чувака, у которого вся сила в волосах была.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented
нет.
herself as Judith beheading her
Один
mentor, who
надругался.
had raped her.
Юдив, я помню, что-то такое, это довольно распространенное, знакомое каждому имя, а вот то, что она обезглавливает, я думал, это этого, как его, все забыл. Давно читал Библию, давно. А где мне спать? Я только сейчас понял. Мне на вот этой кушетке спать? Вы что, прикалываетесь? Здесь есть полноценная спальня? Окей. Так, я вроде все здесь посмотрел. Не, ну неплохо, неплохо. Так, можно выйти на балкон. А здесь статуя. Какая-то смесь из христианской направленности картин и греческих. Опа.
Honey, they're
Кармелитской воды. Кармелиты? Кармелиты это вроде монахи. Это орден монахов. Не расходовать очки действия не точно. Прикольно.
remedy of the gods.
Слушай, а я могу ко всем мои пройти? Или это все моя комната? Вы что, угораете? Нет, я не верю в это. Они по-любому должны быть закрыты.
A Chinese coin.
Китайская монета. А, да, это общий балкон. Еще одна коллекционка. А, это уже моя комната. Да нет, я хотел посмотреть картины. Я надеюсь, на следующий день не восстановят очки. Восстановят. Это опять какой-то святой, слушающий ангела. В смысле я не нашел? Неожиданная встреча? Как интересно. То есть эту игру можно перепроходить и перепроходить. Что за неожиданная встреча? С кем я мог встретиться? С мамкой? А какие еще были зацепки? Там ничего больше не было. Там я понял, что она забрала пистолет, забрала порох, чтобы его зарядить. Я понял, что она оставила свою сумку с предметами. Какие еще зацепки, я не могу понять. Ну ладно. Прикольно, второй уровень. 4 очка навыков. Так, у меня уровень 1. Уровень 1. В смысле, я прокачал? А как я это сделал? У меня же вроде 1 очко навыка нужно было... Или 2. 2 очка навыка нужно было вложить в манипулирование. Интересно. Так, у меня 4 очка. Что мне вкачать? Наука. Последнее достижение науки медицины. Оккультизм. Кондиция, хитрость. Вот это хочу. 1 очко навыка, да? Осталось у меня. Осталось у меня. Осталось у меня. Ну ладно. А, я типа все должен истратить? Чё мне еще охота? Бдительность. Ну, ловкость и допрос мне не нужны. Здесь я хочу получить побыстрее бдительность. А здесь оккультизм и эрудицию, наверное. Вот это хочу. Оккультизм. Все. Выбор манускрипта. Этикет, уклонение, убеждение, наука. Науку. Что случилось? Он что-то... У меня аж компьютер завис. Что-то страшное, походу, видит наш учитель Сплинтер. Так, сидит с кем-то, довольно фамильярной позе, я бы так сказал. С кем-то играет. Черные, походу, выигрывает, потому что белые... Шах и мат, да?
Your turn?
Your turn.
The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
You will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my
Подожди,
way
Наполеона
out.
пригласил?
Good evening, gentlemen. Please
Это
forgive me for
Наполеон?
this late hour.
It is never too late. And we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
We'll always
Это
start.
можно использовать.
Come, take a seat, my friend.
Так, я понял, что походу меня пригласили на этот остров, чтобы я сам нашел мать, которая прячется как раз от хозяина этого острова.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
А,
The
какой
corridors seem quite safe.
незамысловатый намек.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle
Второй
brew
намек.
when one can't get to sleep.
Съебаться.
A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Грубые
And to you too,
намеки,
sir.
реально. Он ему сказал, чтобы он пошел в свою комнату и не ходил здесь. самым грубейшим тоном. Подожди, он кому-то стучался. Если он стучался, значит это не его комната была. Он стучался ко мне. Опять кровь из носа, блядь. Становится все интереснее и интереснее.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Ой, и сразу оделся. Подождешь.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured...
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
Да не.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Да.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so.
Сыну, вытри.
Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need
А что я
10
получу
minutes.
за взамен?
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Что мы можем узнать из разговора Мортимера с Наполеоном Бонапартом? Абсолютно ничего. Мортимер 100% предлагает Бонапарту свою поддержку и свое влияние, чтобы продвинуть того по службе. Все. Единственное, что мы, наверное, можем узнать, я только сейчас додумался до этого, это какую цену должен Наполеон заплатить за это самое влияние. И эта цена может варьироваться от моей жизни или жизни моей матери. А помочь Вашингтону? Я, скорее всего, помогу, потому что, во-первых, я завоюю его дружбу, получу его расположение. Во-вторых, если он рассказывает правду, нам нужно понять, каким образом эта баба здесь появилась тогда. И почему слуга как-то очень уж грубо ее вел, как по мне. Конечно, помочь Вашингтону.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Trust me. Я опять не осмотрел свою комнату. Да ёб твою мать, а?
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon.
Так, малая гостиница. Коридор второго этажа. Подожди.
I better hurry.
Да, я уж испугался, думал, здесь недоступно. Вестибюль. Монетка. А где малая гостиница? А что ты подслушиваешь? А что ты подслушиваешь?
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Danger?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
Вынимайте
I
пистолет.
don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary
Наполеон сейчас
Guard.
беседует.
You should do something, my son.
Может быть, это его адъютант? Или один из офицеров? Уже иду.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
Я его отпизжу, выгоню,
Go and wake up
буду
the whole
пиздеть с
manor,
ним. То есть разговаривать.
Thank you, my
по-французски,
son.
по-французски.
May God watch over you.
А как еще изменить ситуацию? Что он там с ней делает?
Who do you think you are?
Forgive me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey,
What the
you!
fuck?
Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. But if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Ну ладно, какой
Let her
мужчина?
go! Huh?
Пустите ее.
Stay out of it, boy!
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Sir, you obviously do not know who I am. Or you'd keep your
Это
distance.
неправильно.
Ooh, one more like that and I'm gonna get
А,
scared.
нет, правильно.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Господи. При
Hold on,
помощи
let's
мудрого
take a second and
слова,
think about
блядь.
this. We're not animals, so
Бля.
let's not act like one.
I knew you were a panty waste. You make me wanna puke.
Okay, you really are an animal.
I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Think about it.
Припугнуть, блядь.
You know your head will roll tomorrow if you shoot.
Wanna bet?
Sure do.
I'm not in the habit of
Обосрался?
beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon.
Иди
Got off
отсюда.
easy this time, but
Шкаф.
don't try it again.
Так, ладно, мы спасли даму. Она что-то выронила. От своего покровителя, лорда Мортимера. Лорд Мортимер финансировал восстание во Франции? О, блин, он страшный, это ж пиздец, вы посмотрите на него. Основание Вест-Индийской компании. Что-то у него уж очень хорошее описание. Чем он привлек внимание его? Здесь собраны люди, которые так или иначе все должны Мортимеру. Дочь Джона Адамса, вице-президента США. Как эта актриса называется-то? Тильда... Забыл. Я забыл, как называется эта актриса. Что она выронила?
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Какой я должен ключ найти? Какой-то ключ я должен найти.
Pound.
Фунт.
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character. Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she fled.
Извини, Вашингтон.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. Що це таке? Может быть, не стоило тратить его сразу? Я же все равно сейчас типа вернусь в постель, лягу. Может, к Адамс сходить? Я ведь все-таки ее спас.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Все нормально, спас. Я разобрался.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
It would have been my pleasure, but I don't have it with me, Your Eminence.
Why is that?
You remember that I came here to meet my mother. Well, I still haven't found her, and it's beginning to worry me. Given the importance of your letter and not knowing where it all might lead me, I've hidden it. His Eminence wouldn't want me to take the slightest risk, would he?
Excellent initiative, my son. But please tell me you haven't simply
No,
left it in your room, my son.
Don't worry. It is perfectly safe and sound.
Certainly, but where?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to say. The walls have ears here, and I refuse to put any of these people in danger.
Давай,
Give me the
давай,
name you
лей ему,
wanted to
лей ему
add,
на
and
уши воду.
I'll pass it on to my mother.
Very well. You seem to know what you're doing. Here is the name. Jean-Baptiste Joseph Goebel. Don't forget to give this name to your mother, or a good man will end up dead.
Are you prepared to trust me or not?
Of course, my son. Have a good night.
Что я делаю? Обманываю деда. Спасаю девицу. Подвел президента.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Да похуй.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Я хочу проведать ее. Как эту бабу зовут? Адамс.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Я тоже надеюсь. Блять, 50 очков не хватило.
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Так.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. Nothing.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Не знаю, кто это такой. Даже не представляю.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Может, какой-то смысл прикоснуться к себе.
Writing material.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out.
I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
No, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World, the travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible.
Mother,
You undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Да ёб твою мать.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out.
I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Да ты чё угораешь? Ёптить мать. Я не знаю, пододвинь стул какой-нибудь.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
This room looks unoccupied.
Получается целый балкон в моем распоряжении.
Writing material.
Нужно, наверное, детектива было брать, я не понимаю, просто не могу. Найти типа Саски, оставленные вашей матерью. Так их нету.
Carmelite water.
Еще одна шкатулка.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Мед и что это, янтарь?
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Saint Jerome the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
А, это янтарь, кусочек янтаря.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Все, я думаю, на этом мы остановимся. Все, выход из игры. Всем спасибо, всем пока.